welcome back to my channel. This is Designed by Deshay. I am Audrey Deshay, and today I'll be making a fake bake wreath. Let's get into it. I started by cutting the flap of the box off, and then I went around and I cut the excess lip off all the way around the box. I'm trying to get everything as smooth as possible. That's also why I am taking my hot glue gun and my Gorilla Glue sticks and permanently gluing the top of the box closed. I don't want anything moving when I apply my fake icing later. With that one done, I will repeat those steps on all 4 of the boxes before moving on. I'm now building the base of the wreath, and to do so, I just took an old cardboard box that I already had at home and I cut a section of it out. I'm going to cut this down to the size of the whole wreath form first, and then I'll measure to the inside because I don't want it to be the exact size of the wreath. So there are 3, boxes within this wreath form, so I am tracing out to the second box, so I guess the medium size box, and then I'm going to cut that out. Now that I have my cardboard cut down to size, I am going to flip the wreath form over and secure it. I'm first going to do so with my hot glue gun and my Gorilla Glue sticks, but then you're also going to see me take my scissors and poke holes on either side of those rungs, I guess. And then I'm going to thread my zip ties through and I'm going to fasten them, and that's going to give me more security, more of a permanent hold. The last step to the base will be adding this red Dollar Tree ribbon to, all 4 of the sides. And this is because the 4 boxes that I'm going to use for the mini cakes, they're not big enough to take up the entire space of the square. So even though there's going to be a lot of decoration and other things, if there's anything showing through, I did not want it to be cardboard. I also didn't want to paint this for just a small section, so the red ribbon for Valentine's Day worked out perfectly. When I cut the ribbon, I did leave a little bit of excess because I wanted to wrap it underneath and glue it down. That just felt a bit more secure and stable to me, and I also, wanted really clean edges, so I didn't want, anything to be cut and frayed. And our base is done for the moment. I'm just going to put the boxes on one more time just to double check that no cardboard is going to be exposed, and once I'm satisfied, we're going to move on to turning these boxes into cakes. So this next section is a quick and simple, straightforward process. I'm just going to take my lightweight spackle and apply this with a putty scraper the same way that I would any other icing to any other cake. Some of the spackling is going to look rougher in parts and, smoother in others, and that's because only 2 sides of the mini cakes are going to be visible. So to save time, since I'm decorating 4 of them, I iced everything, but I only detailed smoothing on the sides that everyone's going to see. It's going to still look great in the end, but that's a little time-saving tip. Two of my fake mini cakes have been iced white, and to get the soft pink color that I want for the other 2, I'm mixing lightweight spackle and hot pink paint. Once that's done, I'm going to apply the icing the way that I did to the first one and then move on to individual decorations after that. prepping my piping bag by sliding my coupling to the bottom of the bag so that it's coming out of the small opening. I'm placing my tip on top of that, and then I'm screwing everything in place with my ring. So now everything is perfect. It's not going to go anywhere. It's secure. So I'm going to put the last of my pink icing in, and I am going to make my designs on my first cake. I am using my star tip, so I'm just making nice, pretty little peaks, almost like little florets, maybe. I wasn't completely sure. I do not decorate these professionally, so I was kind of just playing around. I was starting off, and I was only going to do one side, but then I decided to make this effect all over the entire cake. As you can see, it is the next day. I did run out of lightweight spackles, so I ran out the next morning and got some. So now I'm back to finish up everything. And as you can see, I am bringing this one to a close. I do think it came out really cute. You cannot see the left side, but that is full of these little, star-tipped polka dots, I guess. If you guys have a better way to describe this, please let me know in the comments. But for me, that's what I'm going with. So sticking with that same pink icing on this other white mini cake and sticking with that star tip, I'm just adding a nice border around the top. I'm also going to add this along the bottom and the sides that are going to be exposed. I cut a pink rosebud off of the stem of a Dollar Tree floral pick, and I am attaching that with hot glue. And then I'm going to glue down a large paper heart and then a smaller little paper heart in the center of that. I'm going with purple and pink just to keep with the theme. For my pink fake mini cakes, I will be piping in white. I have also switched to my large round tip for this one because I wanted more of like a large rounded border. I also wanted to do more authentic polka dots, so I'm adding this border all along the top, and then I will also be adding this border on the bottom, but only on the sides that will be exposed. Then I'll be adding my large round dollops that are going to serve as my polka dots on the top of the cake only. Since I thought this one was looking a little plain, I decided to add some of my table scatter that I've used in a few of my other Valentine's Day projects. So I just glued that to the sides that will be exposed, and you can't really see them now, but you'll see it whenever it's done. For this last mini cake, I did switch back to my star tip to add the border all along the top and the exposed sides at the bottom, and then I'm going to switch to my small round tip because I'm going to add some straight lines intersecting each other in kind of a checkerboard pattern. I'm just going to hang back and let you guys watch that process, and I will jump back in when it's time to assemble the wreath. all of my cakes are done and they came out so beautifully. I let them dry overnight so that everything, would harden. And now I've placed them on top of the wreath base, making sure that they're where I want them to be. And to secure them, I am using a generous amount of wood glue, actually. And I'm going to spread that around with a foam paintbrush before, placing my mini cake down and giving a firm press to make sure that everything is going to be secure and stuck down. I'm going to repeat those same steps on the remaining cakes and then move on to getting the flowers added around this border. We're almost done here, guys. So to add the flowers, I'm using the pool noodle hack where I measured a piece of pool noodle to one of the sides of the wreath, and then I'm going to cut that in half and then repeat that so that I will end up with 4 half pieces. And I'm going to glue these to the back of the wreath so that my flowers can slide into them to stay in place. I opted for the pool noodle method here because I'm going to be using a ton of flowers. So using this method is going to save material instead of, using a ton of hot glue or a ton of zip ties. It also is definitely going to just save time because they can slide right into it. So, one pool noodle was more than enough to fill out the entire back of this wreath form. So, definitely guys, use your pool noodle. If you find them on sale, always buy like 5 because there's always something to do with them. I'm now adding my red, white, and pink Dollar Tree roses along the border. I also added a Dollar Tree plaque by drilling 2 holes into it and threading zip ties through to attach it to the bottom of the wreath base. I unfortunately did not get that on camera, but you will see the plaque attached. There it is, yay! You'll also see that I attached a red hanging ribbon. That's just the same Dollar Tree ribbon that I glued along the sides of the base. I threaded it through the top and then used hot glue to close it off. And there it is, guys. I can't wait to show you what it looks like up on the door. This is probably the largest and most detailed wreath that I have ever made, so I am very proud of it. I love the idea of making like a Valentine's dessert seasonal wreath. I cannot wait to try more things, especially dealing with the fake bake. I have some other wreaths coming up. I have some more furniture flips right around the corner. So if you guys liked what you saw today, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss anything coming up. I am Audrey Deshay, as per usual, for Designed by Deshay, and I cannot wait to see you guys on the next one.